Okay. Yes, Yusuf. Yes, Ahmed.
Mister, when we finish the book, what we will do then?
What?
When we finish the book, there is another book?
Yeah, there's another book. Lovely, cute book. You will see. Okay? Yes, Yusuf.
Yeah, Mr. Today lesson 5. We're gonna yes, we're gonna complete about rational. What is it called again? What is it?
Rational numbers.
Yeah, are we gonna complete or are we gonna take a new lesson?
We completed already the rational numbers.
Yeah, but in my book I have the next lesson is the same. Rational numbers also.
Lesson 5, you have rational numbers?
Yeah.
No, go to the next lesson. What you have?
No, still.
Still what?
Still, it's the same as rational numbers.
Yeah, mister. Page 225. What you have in your book?
Rational numbers.
225.
Yeah.
يا سلام. طب بعدين بعد الراشنال نمبرز ايش في؟
ببيج 237 في اللي هو coordinate plane.
237. يا سلام. Okay, we'll take page 237 for Yusuf. We'll take the coordinated plane, okay?
No, Mr. Wherever their page is, like, I'm gonna find the page of it.
It's okay. Just open on the lesson of the coordinated plane. Check the title. Maybe you have different copies, so it's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, guys, let's start. Let's start our lesson, guys. The coordinated plane. And now leave everything, leave it, and just focus with me here. Now, what is the coordinated plane, guys? It's two dimensional space. The first dimension, we will call it x-axis. Look at the board, please. X-axis, it is a horizontal line. We call it x-axis. Okay. And the second dimension is y-axis. Y-axis. Please, guys, pay attention here. I won't reply. I won't repeat, sorry. I won't repeat. Then the first horizontal line, we call it x-axis. The vertical line, we call it y-axis, okay? Now, the x-axis started from the 0 here at the middle. And to the right, we have positive numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these points means forever. To the left, as we did in the number line, what we have? We have the negative integers, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. And these numbers means forever, these points, sorry. So what's the x-axis? It's the number line. 0, positive, negative. To the left, always positive. To the right, to the right, always positive, and to the left, always negative. Now the y-axis, it's the vertical, not the horizontal, the vertical. The vertical line, we call it y-axis. It started also from 0 at the middle, down, like the sea level, guys. Below the sea level, negative. Above the sea level, positive. Up, we have the positives. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and forever. Stop moving, mister. Mute. Okay, now up we have positive, down we have negative. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and down forever. So this is what we call it, guys, the coordinate plane. The coordinate plane. Now, in the coordinate plane, we have 4 sections or 4 parts. 4 parts. The first part here, the first part, this part, we call it first quadrant. First quadrant. And its shortcut is this capital I. First quadrant. And any point in the first quadrant, the x here is positive and the y is negative. Here x positive and y also positive. Here the numbers are positive and the y's, the borders of the first quadrant, the borders positive and positive. The second part here, what we call this? We call it second quadrant. Second quadrant. And in the second quadrant, the borders of them, here the y is positive, but the x is negative. So here x negative and y positive. And what's the notation? The notation for first quadrant is I. The notation for the second quadrant is double I, like this. Look. This means second quadrant. Now this area here, this section, we call it third quadrant. Third quadrant. Third quadrant. And its notation is 3 I's like this together. Okay, so first quadrant, y is positive. Sorry, x, this is x is positive and y is positive. Second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. Third quadrant, x is negative and y also down is negative. So here x is negative and y also is negative. Here the fourth quadrant, and in the fourth quadrant we won't make 4 like this. No, we will make I capital with V capital. I capital with V capital. These I, double I, triple I, and IV, guys, are, we call it in math, we call it the Romanian numbers. The Romanian numbers. Okay. Now the Romanian numbers like this. This means 1. This means 2. This means 3, and this means 4. Just memorize them as this. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Now in the fourth quadrant, the borders of the fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. X positive and y negative. Now we'll take a general look on the coordinate plane, guys. Again, this, the horizontal line, we call it x-axis. The vertical line, we call it y-axis. In the x-axis, to the right here, we have the positives. To the left, we have the negatives, and 0 at the middle. In the y-axis, up, we have the positives. Down, we have the negatives, and 0 at the middle. Okay, this 0 for x and for y. This 0 for x-axis and for y-axis. Okay, the intersection point here, this one, what we call this point, guys? This point, this one, the intersection point, we call it origin. We call it origin. Origin in Arabic words means al-asl. Okay, origin. This is what we call it, the coordinate plane. Now, the coordinate plane, guys, what it has points. Yani, these are filled with points. Okay, points here, points. Now each point in the coordinate plane, look here, guys, and focus. I won't repeat, just focus. each point in the coordinate plane has the form look, two braces, comma at the middle, and two numbers. Two braces, two brackets, comma at the middle, and two numbers. The first number always for x. The second number always for y. Not yx, no, xy. So the first number always for x. The second number always for y, okay? Now, what we call this, like for example, 2 and 5. 2 and 5. What we call this number, guys, this point, this is 1 point, not 2 points, it's 1 point. What we call it? Ordered pair. Ordered pair. Ordered pair. Now, the first value is x always. The second value is y always. So here, the 2 is for x and the 5 is for y. The 2 is for x and y, and the 5 for y. Now, yes, Ahmed Saleh and Yanal Fadi. Yes, تفضل ها. Amir.
Mr. Can you repeat, because my network was bad and now I entered.
Wallahi, Mr. I cannot repeat. I don't have time. You can watch the video later.
Okay.
Okay. But يعني ها, in few seconds, look here. We have horizontal line. We have vertical line. X-axis is the horizontal. Y-axis is the vertical. Here we have positive. Here negative. Down negative. Up positive. This we call it first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Got it?
Okay.
Allah يسعدك يا ناس. Now, 2 and 5, guys, we call it ordered pair. 2 is always for x, and 5 is what? For y. Now, how we plot? ركز. ما تتحرك. أنا شايفك على الكاميرا على فكرة. ما تتحرك، ركز شو بحكي. Now, how we plot 2 and 5 in the coordinate plane here? How we put this point here? How we put this point here? How we graph it, guys? First thing, we will go to the x-axis. Diamond. The first number is for x, the second number is for y. So we'll go for 2. 2 here is positive. We will go to the 2 on the x-axis. This is the x-axis. Where is the 2? This is the 2. هاي 2. بحط القلم عليها. Now the second number for y is what? 5. 5 is positive also. So this is 2. And where is the 5 in the y? 5 up or down? Up is positive, down is negative. But the 5 in the point is positive. So I need to go up. So I will go from the 2 up until I get the 5 in the y. See it? So here will be my point. This is 2, go up until you get the 5 in the y. Okay, guys? For example, if we have this ordered pair, again, what we call this? We call it ordered pair. له اسم هاد, اسمه ordered pair. We can name it as a letter A, and A is here. Now, for example, if I want to plot B, which is -1 and -5. -1 and -5. How we put this point here? How we plot? We call it plotting. Plotting means putting the ordered pairs, graph them in the coordinate plane. So when I say the word plot, means you put this point here, okay? Now, B is -1 and -5. -1 always x. x حكينا دائما بالأول. So this is the x and this is the y. Now, first, I go to x, not to y. First, we go to x. What's x? X is -1. So I will go until I have -1 in the x-axis. So I'll go to the x-axis. This is the -1 for the x-axis. I put my pencil or my pen here. Now the value of y is -5. -5, it's not up, it is down. So from -1, I will go down until I have -5. I have it here. What will be your point? -1, go down until you have -5. For example, this is B. We call it B, right? So I will name it here B. Now, for example, +2 and -3. I will call it C. Names, only names. What I will do, the first number is only for X. The second number is Y. So I will go to the X-axis and search about +2. Then I will go down. Why I will go down? Because we have negative value until I have -3. So first I will go to X, then I will move to Y. Okay? Now let's go to the X on +2. This is +2. And the Y here is negative. So I won't go up. I will go down until I get the -3 of Y, which is here. So look here, guys. I will go down until I have -3. See it? I name it C, so I put here C. For example, if I have the number or the ordered pair D, and I will call it, for example, 0 and 3. This is important. And Y, 3 and 0. Look here, guys. We have 0 coordinates. Focus, please. Now, first, as we did, I will go to the X, then to Y. So let's go to the X in 0. This is X of 0. Right? On X of 0, I will go up or down depending on the Y. The Y here is +3. So in X0, I will go on the same line. I won't go left or right because I'm on 0. So I will go up until I have a 3. It is in the coordinate, on the coordinate. This is D. Here, Y is a 3 and 0. Not Y, I will name it another name. Y is for the axis, so I will name it another name. My name letter. A 3 and 0, S, 3 and 0. So I'll go to X and Y is 0. So I'll go to X3, hi X3. But Y 0. I won't go up and I won't go down because Y is 0. So it is on the same plane, on the same line. So we'll call it S here. Now, for example, wait a second. For example, if I have M 2.5 rational number, and 3 and 0.7, for example. Look here, guys, 2.5 and 3.7. Focus. This is X, this is Y. Top. We will go here. Do we have 2.5? No, we don't have. We have 2 and 3. But the 2.5 at the middle here, 2. So I will go from here, which is 2.5, and go up until I have 3.7. I don't have 3.7 here. There is no 3.7. So I will go up 3.7. It is approximated, guys. It's before 4 a little bit. So I will go up until I have less than 4, not 4. I will call it M. If I have this point here, N, this point, and I want the coordinates of points. So from N, I will go here, it is -4, and I will go here, it is +4. So what's N in -4 and +4? This is the coordinate plane and how we plot the points in the coordinate plane. Now, if you have questions, put your hands quickly. Yes, Najam.
No.
Yes, Najam.
The up positive.
What?
Um,
نجم
Oh.
talk.
يعني I don't know how to tell you.
In Arabic talk.
مستر صح نحن عندنا X Y و X.
ما فيش y و x. X then y.
X then Y.
ايوه.
مثلا if we have 2 bracket 2 فاصلة 5 okay.
Okay.
The 2 we will put it in the positive.
2 what is positive or negative 2 here?
Positive.
خلاص هاي 2 positive. This 2 here is negative.
طيب okay the 5 will put it up or down.
The 5 positive ولا negative?
Positive.
Positive ها. When is the 5 positive? Up or down?
Up.
طيب so
يعني up.
I will go. يا مستر ركز. I will go from 2. From 2 we start, right?
Yes.
Up or down?
Up.
We have positive 5. I will go up until I have the 5. Hey.
Oh, okay.
So up or down, if y positive will go up, if y negative will go down. It's easy one, don't worry. Right, let's go to the book, guys. Now, what I did on the board here, guys, I summarize for you all the lessons. So let's go to the book and do some exercises together. Yalla. We are on page, which page? 226. Sorry, guys, just give me a second. Okay. 226, guys. We have example 1. See it? Read. Rakan. وينك يا ركان؟ نجم read يا نجم read.
Okay. And define the quadrant in which the point minus 3 over 4, 1 and 1 over 2.
The question wants us to identify the quadrant in which the point negative 3 over 4, 1.5 is located. يعني here, this point negative 3 over 4 and 1.5, where it's located? In first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. So the value of x, guys, is negative. The value of y in the ordered pair is positive. Where is x negative and y positive? Where is it? Here. No, here. X is negative, right? And y is what? Positive. So this point, where it's located? On the second quadrant. So here the answer will be down, guys. Here, read.
Okay.
Read, yeah. Because.
Okay. Because the coordination is a negative and the coordinate is positive, the point is located in the quadrants IL. II.
II means the quadrant 2, mister. Don't say II.
Okay.
Quadrant 2, okay?
Okay.
So where is this point located? In a quadrant 2. Why? Because in a quadrant 2, x is negative and y is positive. Let's do the check, guys. Let's do the check. Read, yeah, mister. Identify.
Identify the quadrant in which the point negative 2 minus 1 over 2, negative 2, 1 over 2 is located.
Now, where is this point located? In which quadrant, guys? Here we have x negative and y negative. If you take a look to the coordinate plane here, where is x negative and y negative? Here. X is negative and y is negative. So in which quadrant? In the third quadrant. So the answer here will be the third quadrant. Right. Quadrant 3. But don't write quadrant 3. 3 like this, write it, guys. 3 eyes, okay? Like this one. Third quadrant, واكتب هاد هيك عشان تتعلم. طيب. Example 2. Example 2. لا, wait يا نجم. Let me choose another one. نضال. ظافر انت بس خليك اعمل اشكال باسمك. ممتاز، حلو الشكل اللي انت عامله، رهيب. نضال are you with me?
Yes, mister.
Read example 2. Identify, mister. This word identify. يلا.
Axis on which the point bracket 0, comma 2/5 is located.
0 and 2/5, guys. 0x. If we have 0x, look at the board, guys. 0, comma 2/5. 0x. Top 2/5, we will go up. 2/5 means here, it's less than 1. So where is this point located? On the x-axis or y-axis? We have 0x. So it's on the y-axis. It's easy. So here, it's located on the y-axis. Let's go to the check down. Read, ya Nidal.
Identify the axis on which the point 0.25, comma 0 is located.
0.25 and 0. But where is it? Look here, guys. This is 0. And here, it's less than 1, 0.25. Y is 0. So I won't go up and I won't go down. So the point is located on which axis? The x-axis or with the y-axis, ya Nidal?
The x-axis.
The x-axis, right here, the x-axis in the check. X-axis. Next.
Mister,
We are
I
on
have
page 228. Read, ya mister. Read. Example 3.
identify the order pair that names point D.
يلا وين point D؟ دور عليها هون.
I found it.
This is point D, guys. Here, see it? Sorry, I don't have something smaller. D, okay? This is D. Now, to identify the coordinate of point D, I need X and I need Y. What's X, guys? From D, we will go up until we get X-axis. D is here, guys, right? Look at the board عشان تفهم. D is here, for example, right? Here, D. How we get the coordinate of D? I need the two numbers of D. So from D, first I get X, then I get Y, and not the opposite. Don't get Y, then X. No, X, then Y. So how from D, I will go up until I have X. What's X? 5. So I will put 5. And then I will go to Y until I have Y. Look here, guys. Y is between -3 and -4. And in the between, we will say -3.5. So here, I'll do the same, guys. D.
It is 1.5, comma -1.
Where, Mr. D? We are here.
Yes.
D. Yeah. نضال اهدى روق يا نضال دقيقة شوي دقيقة. D. This is D, right? Go up. What's the number here? Do we have number on the X?
No.
No. It's between which two numbers?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. What's the number in between 1 and 2?
1.5.
ممتاز. So D, the first one will be 1.5. The y-axis, we will go to the left here until we get the y. What's the y?
-1.
Bas, -1. So the coordinate of D is 1.5 and
-1.
So look down here, guys. You will find 1.5 and -1 in the book. Okay? 1.5 is the same of 1 and 1/2. It's the same. Now let's go here. In the check, identify the ordered pair that names the point B. Who can tell me, guys? In the check, I want the coordinate of point B. يلا. عمر أبو رشيد.
Yes,
عمر.
Mr.
What's the coordinated point B? I hide the answer, by the way.
It is
Where's B, Omar?
in third quarter.
Yeah, B in the third quarter. What's the x-axis of B? سرعة.
-1.5.
ممتاز. -1.5. What's the y-axis for B? So what's the point will be the coordinate plane? -1.5, comma, -1, right?
Yes.
ممتاز. So this is B, guys. Write it. -1.5 and -1. Right. Next, what we have? Where is the point located? We did it. Identify, we did it. طيب. Graph the ordered pair, we did it. We know how to graph, guys. Again, look here, guys. To graph point on the coordinated plane, we go from X to Y, not from Y to X. Not from Y to X. For example, if I want to graph this point, -1.5 and +3. I will go here, then here. -1.5 for X, +3 for Y. So I'll go from X and -1.5. I don't have -1.5, but it's here. It's between -1 and -2. I will go up until I get the number 3. So I will go up until I have 3, then I put my point. It's easy one. So you will do the homework, guys. Page 235 here. You will do the homework, page 235. Do all of the page. Do all of the page. Okay, guys? Your homework. All of the page 235. Now here, guys, we have a lot of information. If you miss any information, watch the video again. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. Assam, stop recording and have a nice day. For sure, guys.